Whenever there is an election in North India, this BJP party engages in such kind of nonsense. What kind of greed we have for power at the cost of human lives? We are doing politics. But was any compensation really given to the people who got hurt? Because they suffer more than the dead. The lady, the finance minister, talks nonsense when she comes there to Karur. But did they go with the same sincerity to Manipur? No. Here they came to Karur to do politics. There are still a lot of people who don't get loans for their education. Students are suffering. There are people who are jobless. Farmers don't get timely loans. But Mr. Modi doesn't have time to talk about it or think about it. 35,000 crores is lost by the banks. Whose public money? Nobody talks about it. The officers are all greased. Everybody is given their thing. They are part of the loot. The banks have looted money from my account. I have no forum to go and approach. It's taking years and years in the courts. All that we are asking is a forensic audit. This road contracts is a big scam. To get the minister's appointment is corruption. To get the officer's appointment is corruption. To get the bank chairman's appointment is corruption. That governor guy is threatening me. He is telling, do you know the repercussions? What repercussions, bloody fellows? How corrupt you are and what is happening around you, what you people are doing. I know everything. Good morning and namaste to the people of India. I appeal, as I always say, I appealed to the Prime Minister of this great country. Now, a few days back, there was a car blast in the capital, that is at Delhi. There are different versions. Some people are saying it's a bomb blast. Some people are saying no, it was a gas cylinder burst in the car. This is what happened in Coimbatore also. So we don't know what is the truth because we are only listening to the news. What is the actual scenario there, we don't know. But everything happens only when there is an election. See, there was I think it was the last phase, I stand corrected if I'm wrong, the last phase of the Bihar election where I think was on 11th if I'm not wrong. So on the 10th this blast took place. So most of the time you see whenever there is an election in North India, this BJP party engages in such kind of nonsense. This happened in Pahalgam, we saw. And then nobody is talking now about Pahalgam or Operation Sindoor. I don't understand what kind of greed we have for power that at the cost of human lives we are doing politics. We are doing politics on dead bodies. Like in Tamil Nadu, the TVK party promoted by that actor Vijay, after some 40 plus deaths, because few deaths took place even in the other meetings, which is not highlighted. Nobody is talking about the people who got hurt. Dead, they're dead and gone. But what about the people who, face severe injuries and then who are admitted in the hospital and lifelong they're suffering? Nobody talks about them and they don't get the real help. Because lifelong they have to suffer, they have to spend. But we are only talking about the dead people. The dead people of Tamil Nadu, especially the Karur thing, except for the small innocent child, all the others deserve what they got, except again, there were some innocent people who got caught in the crowd. But the people who went to see Vijay deserve what they got because at their cost, the state is paying money, damages. And whose money? Our taxpayers' money. So this is gone. All these governments should stop trying to woo the people for their vote bank politics. They give compensation. But was any compensation really given to the people who got hurt? Because they suffer more than the dead. But nobody talks about them. And here in Tamil Nadu, the BJP was vociferously supporting TVK so that they come into their alliance, NDA alliance. This was like a threat and a boon for the BJP NDA alliance to pull this fellow into their NDA alliance. But I really don't know. There's this officer, IPS, that bugger, being a being a police officer, he talks nonsense. The lady, the finance minister, talks nonsense when she comes there to Karur. Hema Malini, what is her qualification? I don't know. That is only she was dancing, she was beautiful, she played up to the heroes, and so she becomes a great member of parliament. What is their creativity or what is their service to people? I don't know. Service to people? Maybe. It's mysterious. So they have served the right people, so they get the right post. We people don't serve, so we don't get the post because we are too blunt. People don't like when a person speaks the truth. They only like nonsense. So Eva Mani comes and then she's heading the group. And what is that they did? But did they go with the same sincerity to Manipur? No. Here they came to Karur to do politics, not to serve the people. What is that you have done to rectify that wrong? No, nothing. Only thing is, the CBI was set up, the CBI has come in, the Supreme Court intervened, put a judge, a retired judge, who gave a wrong judgment in the Bilkis Banu case, and that fellow gets elevated to come here. So these are the things that is happening in this country. There is no justice rendered. The real poor, the honest citizen is suffering. There are still a lot of people who don't get loans for their education. Students are suffering. There are people who are jobless. Farmers don't get timely loans. But Mr. Modi doesn't have time to talk about it or think about it, nor are the member of parliaments. The members of parliament who just don't bother. But only when the voting time or the election time comes, they say like this to all the voters to get their votes. But after that, we are all forgotten. How many farmers are able to reach out to these members, MPs? No. Nobody can get any help. The banking system is so bad. There is so much of corruption in the banks. The big corporates who loot the banks, no action is taken. But the poor farmer or honest citizen who really wants to do business doesn't get timely loans. We don't know how to grease the palm of the officers. I don't wish to. But then we suffer because we are honest, we are suffering. So, where is this country heading to? This NCLT, which has set up this government, the NDA government, is so full of corruption. All those buggers there are corrupt. The general managers of banks sometimes tell me, man, please speak about it. The banks are losing heavily. There are big loans taken over by these big corporates. Again, some Benami of theirs will buy out at slash price. If they owe the bank 40,000 crores, they sell that, whatever the business for 5,000 crores. 35,000 crores is lost by the banks. Whose public money? Nobody talks about it. The officers are all greased. Everybody is given their thing. They are part of the loot. And then one Mukesh Ambani or one Adani or some other big crook buys up these units. So there is so much of corruption. The banks are losing. Whose money is that? It's people's money and the country's money. Nirmala doesn't speak about that. She's so much bothered about giving money to the NBFCs. Why don't you give direct loans to the people who deserve to get? Why should we people go through the NBFCs at a higher rate of interest? You're giving the NBFCs at 9% or sort of percentage, and they give it to us at 18%, double the amount. And then, even for that, we have to grease those buggers. And the actual farmer or the actual business person who's doing a small business cannot get direct loans. They all have to go to NBFCs. And Nirmala, that 2019 or 20, I stand corrected over the year, but then she was jumping to give money to the NBFCs because they get a kickback. This is the situation in this country, the economic situation in the country. There is so much of corruption that NCLT, the official liquidator office, I'm going there, I know what it is. For no fault of ours, our company was officially liquidated just to pacify another big company who really cheated. Nobody talks about them, these government officers. But because we were straightforward, we are facing everything. The banks have looted money from my account. I have no forum to go and approach. It's taking years and years in the courts. All that we are asking is a forensic audit. A forensic audit, if I have done wrong, why would I ask for a forensic audit? I've cheated the bank. When I have not cheated, I'm asking. Whoever's cheated after their verdict, let them pay. No. To order for that forensic audit, it's taking time. This is how our courts are working. And we should not talk. I'm not bothered. We need to talk somewhere. We need to tell somebody. Somebody should listen to this. My Krishna says, talk up Geetha. Don't keep quiet. Wherever something is going wrong, you say, I am there to stand by you. I don't need this stupid country, these officers not to stand by me. I'm least bit bothered about them because I'm yet to come across a good officer, a straightforward officer, a straightforward politician. Who the banks are giving the loans to? The correct corporates, not for the others. The other business people are all suffering. And then there are a lot of these asset companies, who are in the market, all backed by political money, who buy up the assets from the banks for peanuts. If I suppose, I just, for example, I know, there is a company promoted by a politician from Andhra. The bugger borrowed 7,000 crores from a group of banks, okay? And he has gone off NCLT, the whole issue has gone to NCLT. From there, the Benami of that fellow buys for how much? He owes the bank 7,000 crores, but he buys that company for 9 crores. And most of these political backed companies are all in the business of road contracts. This road contracts is a big scam. And then he has bought that company for 9 crores, but the company owes banks 7,000 crores. Nobody is talking about that. The courts don't speak about that. The NCLT doesn't speak about that. The banks are all fighting for their share of the money. And the fellow who has got the money to go buy properties, but he doesn't have money to pay up the banks. This is the situation in this country. I write to all the banks about it. No bloody buggers interested because all of them get their kickback. The officers also not bothered because they get their kickback. So finally, who's the loser? The money, public money is the loser. The bank is the loser. But the people in the bank are all crooks. So, which is the forum for me to go give a complaint? No forum. I spoke about this to Mr. Manohar Parrikar when he was defense minister. He said, Geetha, I'll get back to you, and there was no news, and finally he died, the poor man. So, where people like me who has got guts to speak up, I have the face to speak up, I have the guts to speak up, to tell wherever what was going wrong. But there is no place, the judiciary doesn't have the time to listen, the judiciary doesn't understand most of the time what we are trying to talk. The fellow who's sitting there half the time does not know what is business, what is banking, but he is the judge there. So what happens to the common man? Where do we go speak? So then we talk to God, right? And what my question to God is, why such people are still living and why this country, all these things? Destroy everybody. We'll all die. There's no problem about it. Nature can destroy all of us at one shot. How many people's curse will these politicians, these banking systems, these officers, how many people they are making? I mean, they're making so many people cry. Where do we go? Everywhere corruption. Even to get an appointment is corruption. To get the minister's appointment is corruption. To get the officer's appointment is corruption. To get the bank chairman's appointment is corruption. The bloody bank chairmen don't even want to meet because they are corrupt. I'll tell you with name, I have not bothered also. This UBI ex-chairman was that Mani Megale. For almost 1 year, I kept asking her for an appointment, but she was so busy that she could not give. But God gave me an opportunity to meet her in one of the bank's meetings where I went. She was inaugurating a branch, and it so happened to be next to my house. She didn't want to meet. Then I told her that your bank is looted and I need to talk to you. She said, send me a mail. But then there no mail, no answer, nothing. But always God has answered me in some form or the other. 2 days or 10 days, within 2 to 10 days, she was caught in a corruption. That she bought those, I don't know, she bought the books of that fellow who wrote, that he was the chief economic advisor, another moron who was talking too much. Okay. I'm sorry for my words because we need to call these people morons. People like this, when they sit and are advisors who just don't understand anything, they talk nonsense. She got, and now she's gone, and then the new man has come, somebody. But then God answers me. The same thing happened with the governor of Tamil Nadu, that Purohit. I went and gave, even before Anbumani, before everyone, 11 charges of corruption. That governor guy is threatening me. He is telling, do you know the repercussions? What repercussions, bloody fellows? We talk the truth, yes, you will try, do a hit and run, or you will put us in a fake case, or you will put us behind bars and kill us. That's right. That is the repercussions. You think I'm scared? All of us are going to die. You're going to die. I'm going to die. But how we die? My Krishna, my Kali always says, Geetha, keep quiet. When something is wrong, you talk. Don't participate in that crime. So this is what the country is all about today. The banks are in a mess. The farmers are suffering. Students don't get education. I don't know how many students I'm supporting. They don't get their loans. They have, every bank manager has got his or her own rule, just to get money under the table. And they don't entertain. They don't give the loans. And most of the parents are illiterates, they don't know how to go and talk or fight. My own old student, she's a single mother. She wanted to get a loan for her son, educational loan. Just because her credit card, somebody had looted and misused it, and she's got a case on it. They don't give the child the loan. What did the child do? One Sibyl, I don't know what that Sibyl is about. That Kartik Chidambaram spoke very well about it in the parliament. Sibyl. That Sibyl is another fake organization or whatever that is. They just call you up and say, you'll solve your thing, but you pay us under the table. I know of so many cases. To me itself, they've done. I care a damn over the Sibyl. I don't owe any bank and I'm least bit bothered also. I need to talk up because when others can't speak, I have to speak. The poor girl is not getting a loan for her son, who is actually a very good student. He has represented India as a child in the karate. He is Asia representative, the child. And today he wants to do engineering, but he doesn't get a loan. So where do these people go? My advocate advocates 2 daughters. One went for engineering, one went for medicine. Both of them didn't get an education loan. Just because the parents' Sibyl was bad. What do those poor children do? The Sibyl should be not for these parents' thing. The children should pay these loans after they finish their studies when they are working. But why do you kill their life by saying your parents' Sibyl rate is bad? I really don't understand this country. Mr. Modi, there's no point in you dressing up every day and flying out of the country. Don't fly out. Don't be a coward. Face the problem, see what is happening here. You don't have children. You don't have a family, you're saying, right? Then the entire 140 crores is your family. That's what you said in 2024 election. All of them love you. No, I don't love you at all. So there's one person who doesn't love you. because of your corruption. Nothing. I was a great supporter, but I know how corrupt you are and what is happening around you, what you people are doing. I know everything. It's not as if I don't know. So, where all these children will talk, to whom they will talk, how many cases will they go to court? Where is the time? Where is the money to go to these courts? You know how expensive it is to engage an advocate, and so many advocates cheat those poor clients. Where is this forum to get us justice? It is not the courts. The banks, they don't want to give loans to farmers, they don't want to give loans to students. To whom they give? People like Anil Ambani.
Start your career at KSG Institutions and JK College of Nursing and Paramedical. 15 UG programs, 6 PG programs, 7 research programs, nursing, catering, BSc 4-year nursing course, Bachelor of Physiotherapy 4.5 years course, no donation, no capitation. Join KSG Institutions, Singanallur, Coimbatore.